Right, fellas, welcome back to the channel. Now, you'll see here, it's a double header for you, fellas. I'm 9-3 at the moment. I've only actually lost one game, but I've got a few dodgy free losses or forced losses from the commissioner. But you've got to get over it. I'm still way in control to get into the playoffs, so it's not the end of the world. But these are the two main games, boys. The Bills is a demon, and he's in my division, so I need to beat him to make sure I get to playoffs. But you'll see his team here. He's got loads of speed. He's got Dalvin Cook. He's got Jarrett on defense. He's got Matt Ryan with set feet lead, I think it is, or whatever that power thing is. I can't remember what it's called. But he also has Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase. Just he has an absolute demon team. So it's going to be hell, fellas. It's Monday night primetime football as well, and we're away from home. So we need a win, boys. And we're starting off on defense. So he comes out here, floats a ball in, and he's coming out in trips. So straight away, well, I say that, and then he comes out in bunch. But he does mix up. He's mainly a trips user from what I remember. He mixes it up quite nicely, though. Knows his route combos. And I think Lou said he's in the top 100 in muck quite a lot. So he knows what he's doing, boys. He's a proper player. So it's a bit of a demon division, the AFC East, especially with Lou, me, and then this guy. One of us is going to miss out in the playoffs, unfortunately. So yeah, 3rd and 4 here. We try and send a bit of pressure, a bit of man coverage, and he dots me up. So it's a great start from him. Exactly what you want from a first drive. You want to make sure you get points on. So I'm here, 2nd and 12, just chilling, hit the RPO to get some yards. And out of nowhere, fellas, on conservative, just remember that, on conservative, a hit stick fumble. And that just caught me so off guard. And then he goes and dots me up straight away for a touchdown. That RPO is a perfect way of just getting some momentum going. And then that happens. Just, yeah, can't believe it. Then he straight away dots me up. So we've got to go in. And my plan was to be a bit more chilled, try and keep it a close game and not throw anything stupid. But then as soon as that happens, I realised I've got to start trying to dot early, start throwing deep, start putting some pressure on because I need a stop. Because if I can't get a stop here against him, I'm in a lot of trouble, fellas. So I need to start picking up the pace. You'll see me no-huddling a bit. You'll see me taking some risks. And that's just because I want to get right on top of the game, put the momentum in my favour, and then hopefully we can come out with a dub. So 2nd and 2 here, boys, just seeing what he's kind of looking to do. And you'll see here, fellas, I mean, that's so close to a pick. But you'll see he's starting to really like these deep routes. Well, obviously everyone does. But I started understanding if I just set my zones to the underneath stuff like this, like I need to do a bit better here. But I kind of just clock on at this point. If I set my zones to underneath, I'll just use the deep crosser myself. And then everything will be bagged. All I need to do is make sure he doesn't playmaker me and I'll be A-OK. So, yeah, he does absolutely dot me there. That's an absolute laser. It's such a tight window and he manages just to squeeze it in. But we're going to roll out, boys. He's not seen the one-play tuddy yet. So we bring it out for him and we absolutely laser it. So, as you see, boys, I'm really trying to keep this momentum in my favour. Obviously, that's a bit of a bad start with the fumble, especially on conservative. I have no idea how that happened. But my luck's not really been in at the moment. But, yeah, it's one of them where he's not got long left. Just make sure I hold him. Make sure he doesn't get any points on me and I'll be okay. So you'll see I'm setting my zones a lot deeper now and he manages just to bag that. Fair play. That's just a good route. You can't really say anything else to that. So it's 1st and 10 here. He's looking for a deep play again. I don't know where my cloud fat's going, boys, but yeah, he dots me up. And he's moving his way down the field quite easily. He then throws an absolute book, fellas, but we don't get the pick for it. Then we send a bit of pressure. And he ends up having to settle for his field goal. So he takes his field goal, gets 3 points. So he's got a 2-possession lead. So I need some points before the end of the half here, boys. And I don't get some. So I really need to start upping the momentum, being positive and taking some more risks. Because I need this momentum on my side. And I can't leave it too late because then I'll be a bit desperate. And by that point, he'll be chewing clock and everything like that. So we're coming out in Alvin Kamara. I started noticing he's not covering the running back as well. And I've got Alvin Kamara. He's an absolute demon, so why not use him? So coming out again, Alvin Kamara, here he is. And we do the Duke of the season. I didn't even know how to say that, boys, but Duke of the season. And we get a touchdown. So Alvin Kamara single-handedly put the team on his back and gets a touchdown for me. And then he throws it into double coverage. And unluckily, we didn't get a knockdown for a pick. But he's just starting to get bagged now, boys. I'm starting to really pick up on his tendencies, feeling comfortable on defense. And as you see here, boys, I start using the deep route myself, and that's just an absolute game changer and a really good adjustment for myself, if I do say so myself. So you'll see here, I'm trying to get back with the crosser, but it hasn't got enough time. It was open, but if me using it just means he stutters slightly, And we did end up getting a stop, which is ideal, fellas. I think that was 4th down when he went to go deep. And then he goes to a run commit. Every time I audible down, I ran. But that time I threw it. So now we're in the lead, boys. 28-24. Loving life. He throws an absolute book there, but just gets away with it. And then he's looking for this deep corner. That's wide open. I don't even remember what he was doing there, but I saw the corner and went, there's no way he doesn't throw that. So 2nd and 10. You'll see I'm trying to use this outside stuff, but that's a great laser, to be fair. And you'll see he's not been doing many similar routes. Obviously, it's the same kind of idea where he wants to look into the corners, but it's with different kind of players. So yeah, it's tricky to defend against. He gets a little bit cheated there, fellas, but we do adjust and we make sure our clouds are a little bit deeper this time. He thinks it's going to be open again, but it is an absolute snuggie. Absolutely bagged, fellas. And we managed to get the interception. So all we want to do now, boys, is kill this clock. If we can get 3 points, happy days. It means he's got to score a touchdown to get it even. But we're just going to chill out. We're going to throw that good old reliable RPO. Just make sure we don't fumble this time. And then you'll see I'm just killing this clock down. 2nd and 1 here. Just throwing underneath. Just chilling. I need him to try and take some risks. And when he does that, the touchdowns will be open as well. So we're just darting up gradually. And we're in field goal position. So if worst comes to worst, like 3rd and 13 here. If I don't get that for a 1st down, then I'll take in my 3 points. But we managed to sneak in the 1st down. And just look how far this clock's going down now, fellas. It's absolutely flying down. We just need a first down and we've got the win bagged. So we're coming out here, 3rd and 5. What are we going to do? I'm going to do the RPO. I'm trying to throw him off by clicking onto my tight end, which he's not seen me do before. We managed to fall down just before the touchdown line. Just out of respect, I'm going to kneel it out. I'm not going to make this game any longer than it needs to be. So I'm going to kneel it out, take the win, and then we have the Colts in the next game, which is a hell game. But I managed to actually get a free win. Colts wasn't available, boys. So we have the Bills again. So we're going to have a double header, boys. The Bills again. And this is pretty much to make sure he doesn't get the playoffs. You'll see there before I got given a forced loss to the Titans. Titans was also 0-1. So I got given 2 forced losses so far. That was against the Cowboys who hadn't won a game yet and the Titans who hadn't won a game yet. So how's your luck? So yeah, playing against the Bills again. And I remembered how he played from previous. So I'd already have an advantage. I know to send a bit of pressure, cover the deep routes myself, and he's going to be in a bit of trouble. So he's already in the 2nd and 24. Then he's in the snuggie again. So it's the 3rd and 24. So can he get anything? He throws underneath just to make it kind of 4th and manageable. So we're here, boys. We're going to send the goons. 4th and 12. Can we get a stop? Nothing's open. He's looking underneath. And then out of nowhere, his crossing route gets open. There's no way I thought he was going to throw that. I didn't even think that was an option, to be honest with you, boys, the way he rolled out. But it's a good laser under high pressure circumstances. So fair play to him. Then he goes back to his corner routes, which he clearly loves. And 2nd and goal here, fellas. Bit of dig return. It's completely bagged. If that didn't come off the helmet, it was going to be a pick. So I'm a little bit disappointed by that. But everything's just an absolute snuggie at the moment, fellas. 3rd and goal here. Can he get anything open? He's chilling in the pocket. I'm starting to send the spies. And he rolls out, high balls it perfectly and gets a touchdown. So that's where you hold your hands up and say, fair play. That's a great throw. And he stayed nice and poised in the pocket. So you just got to hold your hands up, fair play, and then try and make some plays yourself. So that's my backup running back. I thought to put Kamara in the game. So we changed that straight away. So we're coming out here, boys. And I remembered how he liked it on defense as well. So he wasn't great underneath. So we're just going to try and cash in on that, bring his zones down, and then from there, the deep stuff will get open. So we already had a game plan. We already knew how to beat him once. And hopefully if we don't get a fumble in this game, then we'll be absolutely fine. So we get a little bit sticky here, boys. And then we juke into the end zone. 7-all, and we just need a turnover, boys. And I'm feeling pretty confident, to be honest. Like you'll see, I'm trying to use the deep route myself. I don't think he'll throw underneath the whole game. So he will eventually throw a book, boys. It's just about patience and seeing who laughs first or who makes the mistake first. Not who laughs first. But I didn't use the corner route myself there, and it got open. So it's a learning curve. Just got to make sure I'm using the right person. But he's throwing a few risky reads. I don't know what he was looking at there, boys, but it looked like a bag. And then we've got a 3rd and 10. We're using the deep route ourselves, which means he hasn't got a read open. So it's a big 4th and 10 here, fellas. Can he get anything open? He throws it deep, but unfortunately he's out of bounds. And that was the exact stop we needed, boys. So now we're going to chew down this clock. We get ball at half, so we can bring this clock down, get it to basically where he doesn't get the ball back. Then we'll have a possession lead and get the ball back. And he's not looked like stopping me really, apart from that fumble in the first game. So just chilling, making our underneath reads. Look at this clock just flying down, fellas. I thought I was going to throw our run, but I didn't take the check down. I took the post route for a touchdown, and he has 30 seconds to try and get some points. So you know what I'm going to do, fellas? Max coverage. If you dot me up, you dot me up. But you've got to make an absolute hell read to do it. So, look, I'm covering that corner route that he thought would be open. He's only got 13 seconds left, so 3rd and 15 here, boys. I'm just going to run with the deep routes. Nothing's open. Literally completely bagged. So I'm just going to run back with my user, see if he makes a dodgy read, and it's bagged. So that will take us to the half. We're in complete control at this point, boys. I throw probably the riskiest read I've done against him so far. But Russell Wilson lasers it in, and you'll see here, boys, I now have Omaha. So I've pretty much got this game in the bag. I can see exactly what he's coming out in. So, like, he's screwed. I don't think he realises Omaha at this point, but every time he comes out in zone, I know exactly what zones are going to be there. So I know which play is going to get opened. So it's a little bit OP, but I've deserved it, boys. I've not really made a bad read. So we're chilling here. Now, this time I baited him and played underneath, and he wasn't expecting it. Made max coverage and then played his check downs. We sneak in a bit of man coverage here, though, for 4th and 4. Trying to basically sneak it where he wasn't expecting, because I've not done it against him for a long time. But the flipping, the flat route just got wide open. And now he's dotted me again. I don't know where my players all went. And he had so much time as well. So he needs to make some plays here, boys. As you can see, he's now no huddling. Trying to put the pressure on me. And if I'm honest, boys, I don't mind him no huddling because his players are going to be tired. Obviously, I'm just going to go max coverage now and let him keep this clock rolling. Just keep it rolling. He's going to make a bad read. And there it is, fellas. We bait to go back on the post route. Come back with Isaiah Simmons. Get the pick. And at that point, it's just GG's, really. He's not even looked like stopping me. So we're just chilling, making our reads, hitting the flat routes where they're open, bringing this clock all the way down. We're already at the 4th quarter. Darren Waller's open. Russell Wilson lasered it in. This is probably one of my best game, boys, where I pretty much completely shut down a top 100 player in Mutt and then dot him up completely myself. I've had one unlucky spell, and that was a fumble on conservative, so I couldn't really do anything about that. But I've been pretty flawless on offense for 2 games in a row. Made the right reads. Really good play calling with the RPO there, boys. And this pretty much takes the Bills out of the playoff running. Just the way that, obviously, I'm going to be a wild card the way that Lou is winning, and obviously he's not giving himself forced losses. So I've got to make sure I get one of the wild card places, and me getting 2 wins against this guy really puts him in a tricky spot to push for the playoffs. So I feel a little bit bad, but that's just the way of the world. Now you can see he's thrown underneath. It's already GG's at this point, so I'm sending a few blitzes. I don't know how that got open, boys, but it did get open. Managed to get a little ankle tap tackle. And it's a 1st and goal here. Nothing's open. He throws it anyways. I don't know what happened with my user. It's because I was on a linebacker. I got a little bit stuck, I think. But we run the ball, take it all the way down to the full-time whistle. And that's GG's, fellas. So you'll see here, as we go into my record, we're now 12 and 3. So we got the 3 win against the Colts. We just beat the Bills. We're pretty much set for the playoffs. We've got the Jags left and then Lou. So getting close to playoff football, boys. So make sure you tune in. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next one.